Okay, I think I finally fixed this. So let me minimize that. And we'll make this bigger and we'll check and see if that worked. I can't see where. Okay. Did this work? Okay, let's see. We'll hit play. Okay. So far, I can see what's happening. It's still working. Okay. Alright. This does seem to be working now. Um, okay. One of the newest mods that um I added two. One of them is the visible fish, so you can see what's in the ocean and the rivers, and then the other one is you can add your own birthday. So then everybody that has at least 2 hearts or with you, if you talk to them on your birthday, then they will give you a present. And in the description, I will link the link to where I found the formula to figure out your birthday in Stardew Valley. Now I was playing on my own separate farm for a little while, so I had to try to remember what I was doing on this farm, and I had to remember where everything was and what I needed. So a lot of this first day is mostly just looking in the chest and trying to figure out what my organizational system was, or lack thereof. And I'm not 100% sure. I believe here I was trying to take my hoe to Clint's to get it upgraded. I don't remember if I actually made it there on this day or not. I can try to get this mouse out of the way. There we go. Only one cursor in the way is more than enough. And I happened to Google, and for vanilla Stardew, there are 8 trash cans. And in Stardew Valley Expanded, there are 22. Which, now that I'm saying that, I'm pretty sure that was wrong, because I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, yeah, 22. I don't check every single one of them every day, mostly because that's a pain and I don't always remember. But there's two here at the beach. There's one hidden behind Elliot's cabin in this little area here, and then one that I consistently forget about is there's one hidden um, behind the boat shop right about here. And I don't really ever watch the cutscenes unless it's one that I have not seen before. I don't entirely remember what that cutscene was trying to show me. I'm also pretty sure that right about here I forgot how much it costs to upgrade to a copper tool. Oh no, I didn't. I wasn't paying attention. I actually put it in to get it upgraded. And then here's one of the times that I fast forwarded through the boring parts. Believe it or not, this is 5 times speed. It's hard to keep track of which fish I already had and which ones I still needed. I did cut out a lot of that too when I was trying to look up and see which fish I could get when. Right about now, I'm wondering if there's even any sound on this. Okay, there is sound, it's just I have to turn the volume on my phone up really loud to hear it. I don't remember exactly what I was trying to get money for here. The, this 2 weeks in game has a lot of fishing and mining in it. I don't remember exactly how many fish I need from the ocean at this point. Judging by the visible fish, I think I have all of those already. So I think I was just fishing for money. And then Willie left, so there was no point to stay here. I like that I can go up this way to go back to the farm, and it's not covered in dirt and debris at the moment. Oh yeah, that was just me checking to see where he was going, because I didn't know that he came out this way. a lot of these walking parts I probably could have sped up, but I'm also not really good. Like, I'm very, very new to editing of any kind. So I'm still not quite sure how much I can speed up, how much I can just cut out. Putting all the important stuff in the chest to get going on more fishing. Just realized that there's 4 pieces of bread in my inventory. I don't remember what I did with those because I don't think I ate them. This part is also, most of the parts that I have sped up are sped up to 5 times. But this one, I'm pretty sure I stay here for most of the rest of the night. I did think about scrapping this video all in general, but a lot happened in these 2 game weeks that I did not want to have to try to explain or just skip over. What? Okay, something's happening with my kid. I have to be right back. Wait, yeah, that's what I wanted. I should do this. Here. Okay, I will be right back. Alright, I am back now. That was less than fun. Okay, so now back to the video. These trash cans I tend to hit almost every time I pass by them. They're pretty good at giving animal products, which is good when you have the animal bundle. And then all the debris gets annoying, and I'm pretty sure it might be the next day in this video, summer 16, that I will speed up most of the day, and it ends up being a full, not full, but a pretty much full farm clean out. I can't remember if it was fall 16 or if it was, or not fall, summer 16, or if it was another day, but I do know that it does happen because it started to bug me. Right now I'm not really seeing where all of my wood went. Oh, I forgot earlier in the stream I took care of the beach bridge. Oh, I did not upgrade my house in this one. Oh, that's my house on my other farm that I was playing around on just for fun. So I don't remember where all of my wood went on this one, but yeah, I keep forgetting. I should probably disable that animals need water mod because I keep forgetting to go water my animals, and that one just adds a whole other farm chore that I'm already not good at remembering to do anyway. So I think for the next installment of the stream, I will be removing that mod because it's just annoying and it makes my animals mad at me. The chicken kept getting in the way. Momentarily forgot how to take more than just the 2 hay out of the hopper because I haven't used a hopper for a while. And this layout is the I think it's in the immersive barns and coops. I believe it's version 1. And then yeah, I put that there, and then I end up moving the silo at some other point. So it wasn't really um, that necessary to put that there. And then I think it just ends up staying there for a little while. I was about to put the hay in it, but then I remembered that I could use my scythe to gather more. And yeah, I do believe it's the rest of this day that I decide to just clean up the farm. So I do end up fast forwarding through it. And with the smart sprinklers, you can use your scythe to if you hit the sprinkler with your scythe, it will harvest all of the ready crops that are in its range. Didn't end up needing those ones. I had forgotten that I already had the ancient fruit seed, well, the seed and just the ancient fruit. And this is where we start doing a massive farm cleanup. I at least clean up this area and maybe the one down under here, because this is where I want my animals to be. So I needed to get it cleaned up so I could move my coop over. And I found an owl statue. On my farm on the Switch, I believe I have like 10 of those owl statues, so they are pretty common. At least for me, anyway. Back to normal speed to put things away. And again, I'm not too sure why, because I could have sped this part, could have sped this part up too, but I didn't. And this is a really dumb move here, because in a few days at the trout derby, I will try to put a trout in there after taking the halibut out, and it won't let me, and I don't know how to fix it. So now I have to build another fish pond to put my rainbow trout in there. If anybody knows how to fix that, you could let me know. That would be fantastic. Otherwise, I guess I'll just have to look it up myself. But it was really annoying. That's where the bread went. See, unless I watch myself do it, I don't remember. I did not remember eating those 4 loaves of bread. And back to 5 times the speed cleanup. If only it went this fast in the actual game. You know, when I was doing this yesterday, 5 times speed didn't seem like too much, and now it seems like it's way too fast. Now that I'm actually watching it. I tried to chop that tree down, then realized I couldn't. Back to semi-clear cutting. I think those trees might get to live another day. And then refilling the silo. Chopping down the itty bitty trees. Trying to remember stuff that happened on this recording and stuff that happened on my farm that I did just for fun for myself, because I used the same layout, but I'm not doing anything at all the same on that one. I spent a whole solid like week and a half in spring on the other one just leveling up my fishing. That was the first skill I leveled up, and I leveled it up all the way up to level 10 before I moved on to anything else. There are quite a few nights in this too where I just went to bed early because I didn't know what else to do. I did forget that I had caught that already. I always forget that if I get my mouse too close, I end up changing the direction that I want to actually use my tool. Not too sure why I decided against the summer seeds and just went straight for flowers, but that just ended up being a decision. It's a very weird sprinkler layout. I was about to make more sprinklers and then I had already used all of my copper for my copper hoe, so decided against that. Apparently still looking for it. Now decide against it. There were a few days where I just had no idea what to do for the day, and I think this may have been one of them. Judging by everything in my inventory right now, I think I was heading back up to the mines. And it looks like we're going to stop at the community center first. I don't know what just happened there. That was weird. Oh, check on the chickens. Actually remember to water them. I don't know why I put that back in. Oh, because I don't have a chest in the coop just yet. Yeah, a lot of this is just I didn't know exactly what to do for the day, so I think this was wasting time until Robin's was open. Honestly, couldn't tell you. Okay, check in. Make sure I had everything I needed. Because I didn't want to have anything extra. Because I'm pretty sure I do go to the mines after this one. I too just like to run around with a fish held up over my head. finish one. I can't remember. Yeah, it's my Just for Fun farm that has the boiler room and the vault done. I will check where I can get this walleye about 3 times. Because it's the only one I need left for that bundle. That one's going to take a while. That's the one that I thought I had on my other farm that I'm playing on just for fun, and I do not. Because after I recorded this one on Halloween, I think last night I played more on my Just for Fun farm, and I got all the way to winter. So then I was able to complete everything in the crafts room except for spring foraging. I still need a leek, and I'm afraid I'm not going to get it until year 2. Because I did not prioritize any kind of crops or foraging for the first 2 seasons. I only focused on fishing and getting that skill all the way up to level 10. And now I'm focused on foraging next. So foraging's almost level 10. And then there's mining and combat. Those ones are also higher than 5. And I keep forgetting this garbage can right there, but every once in a while when I remember it, I get a gold bar. Still boycotting Joja. Have not set foot inside there on this farm or the one I'm doing for fun. Nothing in that secret garbage can. Oh, 2 copper ore. I thought it was just 1. Despite being a good luck day, this was not really a good day for garbage cans. Patiently waiting. Nope, nothing. I will say one of these days I find something really exciting in the garbage can. I don't think I ever gave Pam that cave carrot. I accepted the quest and I don't think I gave her anything. Yeah. And this is one that that's one of the other hidden garbage cans. Which one of the YouTubers I watch all the time, I don't think she knows about that one because I've never seen her get that one. And then, oh, I thought that was cool, but I never have enough money for it. Don't know exactly what I'm checking for here. Oh yeah, I had enough money for the barn, but I did not have enough wood and stone. I might have had enough wood. have enough wood. I didn't have enough stone. So then I decided to go to the mines here in a minute. I don't know why I turned around. I forgot I added that. So that's going to be up in the top for a little while. Oh, I thought I'd go to the mines today. I don't know. I do weird things and I do them out of order. I'm not too sure what I'm doing here. Oh, I was okay. Yeah, I was checking on my stone and wood situation. Hmm. The organizational system here does not look the best. In fact, I'm pretty sure it looks non-existent. And put that there so I don't forget to water those again, because I have been. And then now am I going to the mines? I think so. Again, this probably would have been better to edit out and or at least speed up, but I'm still learning how to do all of that, so okay, back to Robin's. Oh yeah, I moved the chicken coop and the silo. And still the screen moves so slowly. There we go. I knew I moved it while they were still outside of it. Now I think it's mine's time. And every time I make this trip all the way up here, I think about the fact that with expanded there is an option to keep the mine entrance in the vanilla position, and every time I think about it, I think about the fact that maybe I should keep it up there because, or at least keep it in the vanilla position because it's annoying to have to go all the way up here. Keep rearranging the chest and then decide to take it all back out. I don't know why I hit the organize button when there was nothing in there. That was dumb. But then I decided that I want it back so that the chest is closer to the elevator so that I can just hop out, put stuff away, and hop back into the elevator. And I believe at some point, yeah, this gets sped up too. Which I think 5 might be a little too fast. And it's a good luck day, but I don't think I found very many ladders here this time. I mainly came down here on this day to get more stone. That way I can build my barn. So it started, I was just gonna get stone, and then it turned into just doing a regular mines dive to see how far I could get. Because I still want to make it to floor 100. Isn't that always the goal, though? And give up because it's late at night. That is a pretty decent dagger, but I don't use daggers, so I just didn't worry about it. I left it up there because apparently I haven't figured out how to sell my weapons yet, which is just me being sarcastic. I know how to sell them. I just keep them in a chest and don't take them in for a while. And then I figured I was going to pass out anyway, so I checked this other trash can and I got a pie. So I had to sacrifice something. And looking back at it, I should have sacrificed the hay instead of the newspaper because that newspaper could have given me something from the uh, recycling bin. I mean, yeah, that hay probably would have just fed an animal once, but aside from turning into an egg, I don't know what else it could have done for me. And pass out. And that was a new thing there. I've never seen those before. The hedge fences. I thought that was pretty cool. And then now that I think I have enough stone finally to go and build the barn, I don't have enough money. But I don't think I have realized this just yet. Still just putting stuff away. Decided to keep that for some reason. Not entirely sure why. I don't know what I put that chest there for. I don't think I need it. I don't really see. That was me realizing I did not have enough money to buy the barn. So, and then I noticed that I had to harvest those. I don't remember. Pet the chickens. Yeah, gotta actually get close to it to pet it. Doesn't look like there's anything else in there I needed to do. Besides, I don't want those tiny little trees there. See, and then I'm not good at remembering to bring my hoe with me so I can till up all the artifact spots. My headphones don't play game noise and let me use my mic, so I really hope that there's some sort of noise aside from just me talking. Kinda doubt it though. Got curious to see, and I have at least a teeny tiny little fraction of red in a heart for everybody that I've met so far. And that's mostly from doing good at the luau. I didn't get the best response, but I got a good response. And then on my farm, where I was just doing things for fun because I'm not actually growing any crops on that one, I got the neutral response. He's just like, it's soup. I'm like, well, I don't know why it has to ride on what I put in there for whether or not it's good. Maybe everybody else put some good stuff in there. You never know. I don't think I've ever actually done the luau where um, I didn't put anything in there. Yeah, I separated out that stone to see if selling it would give me enough to be able to afford the barn, and then it did not. So back to gathering stone in a feeble attempt to have enough to sell. See, now if only I could actually go this fast when doing the mining. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I started pretty low on the numbers to try to get the most stones. I figured that's where most of it was. And with my upgraded pickaxe, it would go a little bit faster. And then energy replenishment. I don't know exactly why I took everything out of there. If only I would have kept notes for why I did certain things. Like, why did I walk back up there? And then change my mind again. The world will never know because I don't remember. I think up here I tried to sell more stone back to Robin and it didn't work and it just made me look dumb, so I cut it out. Hardwood from a trash can is a pretty decent find. I think I was trying to find anything that I could use to sell real quick to get me up over that $6,000 again so I could buy the barn. Um, hearing noises. I think everybody's doing fine. Okay. Oh yeah, checking the mushrooms. Making sure I pet the chickens. Because, you know, it's completely normal to pet chickens. My organizational system on this farm is annoying and I don't really like it. But I did not do anything about it at the moment. I just kept telling myself that I wanted to rearrange it, but then I didn't want to do anything boring. Which honestly, if I knew I was recording this and was going to edit parts out and get rid of things, I should have just done it anyway. And now here's where I don't understand exactly what I did, because I kept one of everything for if and when I get a seed maker, which if I would get a seed maker, you want more than one of everything, because otherwise that's just going to give you, I think, anywhere between 1 and 3 seed packets. Which is not really that great. Oh, I didn't realize I actually sold that ancient fruit. I thought I kept it. I did not remember that. Oh, I think this is when I finally took stuff inside, so I stopped wasting my outside chest space. Yeah. And I do have 2 of the trash catalog, which was mildly annoying because it gives you the same animation as when you get the garbage hat. So it's done it twice, and both times it's been a trash catalog. Oh yes, when in doubt, fish for money. Oh, decide against it. Go back to the mining setup. And go to bed early so I can go to the mines tomorrow. But there's the money I need for the barn. So there's that. Oh, harvesting. It's harvest day. And I didn't plant anywhere near enough corn to get the quality ones that I needed. And then since I have all the money I need, I think I end up just putting. Oh, no. Did I sell them all? No. I wish I wouldn't have sold them all. Because I did need that money, but you never know when you'll get a keg or a preserves jar or something. That way you can turn all of your fruits and vegetables into artisan goods that are worth more. Pet the chickens. Gather the eggs. And the water jug or pail, whatever, it will not run out if they have a chance to drink from outside. So there is that. But as I said, for the next stream, I'm going to be removing that mod because it's mildly infuriating. I don't know why I would add something that added a whole extra chore where really nothing great comes from it. It is a faster way to uh, gain hearts with your animals, but also it's a faster way to lose hearts too, because then not only, like, if you don't pet them, you don't get the hearts. If you leave the coop door open all night, you lose a little bit of friendship with your animals, but then also you lose friendship by just ignoring that they need water. I don't know why I had that paused for that long. It's probably one of the times that I had gotten a message and responded to it. I thought I had edited those parts out. I thought there was only like 2, but I guess there was 3. And I should have edited out the waiting. Just waiting for Robin to open. And now I can buy my barn. And play with where to put it. Don't worry, the indecisions will still appear later. And then it was Demetrius's birthday, and he likes sweet peas, so I decided to give him one for his birthday. Or maybe I gave him the egg. I think I gave him the egg instead. I'm not 100% sure why I changed my mind. And then, just like I do almost every other time I give somebody a present, I checked how many hearts. And that one didn't, the egg didn't give me a whole lot of friendship points. And now I'm not 100% sure where I'm going. Oh, I think I decided to. Oh, and there's my garbage hat. And I keep forgetting to check Olivia's trash can, and I need to remember more often because I usually get gold, and one time I got a whole bottle of wine from her trash can. So I need to remember to check her trash can more. And then after finding the garbage can hat and a gold bar, my luck with the trash is basically non existent. I didn't really get anything else. I'm not 100% sure why I decided to give her a gift. I just had it on me, so I gave it to her. And then I usually forget Leah's trash can, but sometimes I remember to get it. Okay. And I couldn't. I couldn't remember any other cuts of chicken to name my chicken, so I named it Chicken Wing. I can't remember if it was on this farm or a different farm, but I named one of my chickens, I named it Finger, like chicken fingers. I mean, I already have drumstick and tender, so not really sure how many more cuts of chicken there are that I could name them after. And it is my Funsies farm that I named. I named one of them Cutlet, but then I sold Cutlet to get a duck because I needed a duck egg. And buying a duck was um, a lot easier than paying to upgrade my coop again. So I had already upgraded it once so that I could have access to ducks. And then I had a full coop, so then I had to sell one. So it was easier to just sell one and buy a duck than it was to go through the process to upgrade again. Did I just buy hardwood? I hope I didn't just buy that hardwood. I was not paying attention. I think I forgot momentarily that my axe was upgraded and I could get hardwood from my farm easily. I also apparently forgot I have my pickaxe on me and was deterred by a rock momentarily. It does not look like I have made a recycling machine on this farm yet, and I really should. Oh, and then you put the hat inside. I had the money and the wood. I should have upgraded my house when I could have. Is this when I decide that I can take all of that stuff to go sell it? It might be, actually. Um, I guess. I honestly don't know what my thought process is right here. Should have kept notes. Then again, I probably would not have read them, and I'd still probably just be sitting here trying to figure out what my thought process was for everything. You just sidestep around people. I do that in normal life. Apparently, I don't know how to walk around a bush. I've talked to a lot of people on this farm. I think on my Funsies farm when it came time to get to the almost end of fall, um, I still only had like only talked to 3 people, and only 3 people I had 2 hearts with. So I only got 3 gifts from people for my birthday because of that mod. Yeah, that did not get me as much as I would have hoped. And I'm not 100% sure exactly why, but then I wasted $2 grand on the mallet because the mallet will get rid of the weeds but not the grass on the farm. But I don't really have a whole lot of weeds on the farm right now. So at a time when I'm hurting for gold, I don't know why I just blew $2 grand on a mallet I probably won't use, at least not for fighting. There was not a whole lot of thought processes in recording this. That swing was to test to make sure that the grass will be fine, even though I've watched people use a mallet to get rid of weeds but keep grass safe. There are a lot of times when I just run into things because I forget how to actually function. This was also late in the night on Halloween, so my hands were tired and my fingers didn't really want to hit the keys correctly. Decided Linus could have his fire back. I don't know why I turned it off in the first place. I don't know why he can't just turn it back on himself. Oh yeah, there's one clump of weeds in that whole patch of grass that I could get rid of. Decided they were inside for the night so I could close them in there, gain a little bit more friendship. Yeah, my organizational system on this farm is pretty cringeworthy. Oh, and another early bedtime. Not the greatest of days for a profit, but something's better than a great big goose egg, so. And then at some point, right now, I realize I need to start figuring out crafting lightning rods. But I just saw the notification that it is the trout derby today. So I'm going to start getting everything I need to participate in that. I just noticed there's mail in the mailbox I'm not checking. Still not checking. I guess I don't care about the mail in the mailbox. Just completely walk into a bush for a little bit. Okay, and I do end up spending almost all day down by the river at the trout derby. So it does end up getting sped up for quite a while. And I end up skipping most of the day and I did edit out a part, I think right about there. Um, I looked up and I noticed that the tiger trout is not supposed to spawn when it's raining. So I thought that today was going to be a bust because why would the trout derby start on a day that's raining when you're not going to be able to catch them? And then I started checking to see what other kinds of fish I still needed that I could go try to catch. And I then start fishing at the river again because I stupidly thought that I was going to be able to catch a walleye at some point, and then realized that the walleye is not in the correct season. But then I got a tiger trout, so even though it's raining and they're not supposed to spawn, because it's the trout derby, they do spawn. So I just kept getting them. So this is when I speed it up to ×5 speed and just start fishing for most of the day. And this part probably would have been boring. It's a little bit less boring because I don't play the fishing mini game. I have a mod installed that makes it to where the fish is just an automatic catch, which is probably cheating, but if I had to get to level 10 fishing on my own, I would probably go crazy because I can't stand fishing and I'm not good at it. And I lose a good majority of the fish once they start freaking out and bouncing all around. So I downloaded this mod so that I could still participate in fishing. Um, you can configure it to where it's a perfect catch 100% of the time, or any percentage really from 0 to 100. I have it set to 50, so there's a 50% chance that the fish I reel in will be a perfect catch. I think that was a notification about a train that just was passing through. Starting to feel exhausted. I don't turn in any of my prize tickets today, or the little tag things. I didn't turn in any of them today. I was gonna come back tomorrow and see how many I could get and how many I could turn in all at once. My cat is snoring very loud next to me, being adorable, curled up in a little ball. I'm sorry I woke you up by talking about you. Go back to sleep. You were being cute. Tummy's nice and warm. And then I don't have a fish smoker. So after checking to make sure I didn't need any of those, I sold all but the gold star ones. Because I was going to try to put the gold star ones into the fish pond. And then, even after taking all of the halibut out, it was not going to let me put my trout. Wait a minute. I think I just noticed how to change it. I'm a dum-dum. I think there's a button to clear, like to clear out the pond. Okay, I need to mess with that. Next stream, I will figure that out because I still have at least one of the rainbow trout that I could put in there. because I want that to be a rainbow trout pond, and it was not letting me do it. So after completely giving up here in a few minutes, I decided to leave it empty overnight and try again in the morning, and it still wouldn't let me do it. And that's when I gave up. And now I just remembered that there is a button to clear the pond. Just like I was wondering how you change the pond's appearance. And I forgot it's also one of those same buttons when you click on it to see like what your fish are asking for. Huh. The Queen of Sauce thing isn't in the corner up here. At some point, I will realize that I did not look at the TV for I don't know how many Sundays, and there wasn't anything popping up. So I thought I had just missed a bunch of recipes, but no, one didn't even pop up. I wonder if that's a recipe I already know? I wouldn't think so, because I was pretty sure that the recipes that are on Queen of Sauce you can only learn there. I don't know. Either way, at some point I will realize that I haven't checked the TV for a while. And now to get ready for Trout Derby day 2. I don't know what I was just looking for there. It's funny to watch a recording of stuff that you've already done and not remember exactly why you did any of it. Yeah, I put that there on accident. So then I had to try to pick it back up. And now back to the river for 5 times speed fishing. Oh, after I checked the traveling trader. Huh? Oh yeah, he hasn't moved in a while. He's out cold. Bought as many quality sprinklers as I could. Oh, that's because that's what I did for nap time. I held it while he laid his head on my shoulder, and once he was out, I left.
He's like, you're so funny.
And back to fishing all day long. I do like the treasures. The treasures is how on my other farm I got the crap, I'm not gonna remember what it's called, but I think it might be the Neptune's blade or something, but it's the level 20 sword that you can get in a treasure chest from fishing. I got it before I even entered the mines for the first time, so it was so easy to just go through all the early levels and basically one shot almost all of the monsters. I mean, it didn't really one shot every single one of them because it does still have a, I think, like a 1 to 85 damage range. Maybe not 85, maybe it's like 45 or something. Either way, the range starts at 1. So sometimes it's 2 or 3 hits before the monster is incapacitated. Oh, and this is where I trade in my first 8 things, which I could have sped this up and instead of keeping it at single speed. Probably could have at least done double speed, but mainly I only fast forwarded the fishing and the mining and the clear cutting. I did because the green rain that happens once a summer, it didn't happen in the last stream, so it obviously happens during this set of recording, and I spent almost like all of that day chopping down the fiddlehead fern trees. So I did speed that day up. That almost entire day is all at 5 times the speed. I'm not too sure why I kept a bunch of that stuff in my inventory when I was gonna go back to fishing. Trying to get a few more little prize tags before the day was completely over. Um, Almost maxed out my fishing. Eat fish to get energy to do more fishing. Cycle the Not the cycle of life, the circle of life. I don't know. Um, Turn in 1 prize tag to do some more fishing. And then for this one, because I don't have the second backpack upgrade, I end up taking the stuff that I feel is the most important to me right now. And then I know that in one of the most recent updates, NPCs don't destroy your chests anymore, they just like move them out of the way. So I kept stuff in here that would I wouldn't mind if it did get destroyed, but still hoping that it wasn't going to. And now, if I had a fish smoker, this would be a fantastic haul to put in a chest and let the automate mod just take care of it to smoke it all, so then I could sell it all and get double what I'm about to get for it. I can't remember. I think it's really close to time to pass out, and I don't remember if I pass out or if I make it to bed. I don't know why I'm checking a bunch of different chests. I don't think it's all just to put stuff away. And then I noticed I hadn't donated a diamond yet, so I had to check the jade to make sure that I had donated it. And then I finally have enough of those that I can finish that bundle. Put all my geodes and museum donatables in there. Yeah, I'm not making it back to my bed. I've got 20 in-game minutes. then I decided I could keep 10 of, so I must still have those 10 somewhere, because I don't remember selling them, but I should have those 10. I'll have to check that chest next time I get on, but I should still have those 10 to completely fill out the fish pond. Yeah, I was not keeping an eye on time. Ended up passing out when I thought I could. There's a little thing in the corner. I didn't notice that. So that's where that second owl statue came from. And then nice 5.5 grand. I had to remember what I sold with that sword because I knew that that sword was not worth very much at all. And I forgot to water my animals again. And then because this farm I am planting things at the moment, I placed down my sprinklers so that I could get them ready for fall crops. Now, my other farm, I haven't planted a single thing yet at all. And there's when I noticed that the green rain is going to happen tomorrow. So then I can spend today getting ready for that. And then I can take some of this stuff to the community center. So I think I end up doing that at some point. I can't remember if today is a shorter, like I went to bed early day, or if it's a day where I just like passed out. There's really almost no in between. I'm either about to pass out or I go to bed way too early because I ran out of stuff to do. And when I'm trying to get things done and I know I'm recording for a video or I'm streaming, then I try to fill my days with things so that, I'm always doing something. But I had just walked around for an hour with my kid trick or treating and I wanted to go to bed. So honestly, I should have just streamed because I ended up playing for 4.5 hours anyway. And now instead of having this awkward stream where I don't know how to edit and I don't know how to add a voice recording to an already recorded video, because I don't know how to do that, this stream is watching my very rough cut of an edited video and then providing commentary, which I feel like it's a little weirder and it's a little like I can't think of the right word for it, but honestly, I should have just streamed for this entire part of this on Halloween night because then now tonight this stream could have been the first 9 days of fall in year one. Hey, first bundle on the bulletin board done. I don't think we finished any rooms in this one. Oh wait, yes, I do. Later on, I think we finished the boiler room. Which I got to the point on my other farm where I need 20 battery packs, and I didn't get that quest until the end of summer, like a couple days to the end of summer. And so I made my lightning rods, and then there was no lightning, uh, no thunderstorms the entirety of fall. So now I have to wait until the next summer or whatever level of whatever skill it is, when you learn the solar panels before I can get that one done. And that's for the Grandpa's Shed quest. I have everything else I need, but I need 20 battery packs, and I only have 3. And I think I'm just now, I think I got to the almost middle of winter on that one. I did not see that Lewis was standing right there. I usually try to check, and then I'll leave his garbage can alone until he goes to the other side of his flower box, but I didn't even see him standing there. 3 iron ore. I like getting ore and coal from Clint's garbage can, and that iron bar is pretty nice too. Oh yeah, I sped this up because I need to install an animation canceling mod because he takes forever to crack those open. And then I usually go based off of a picture on where to put things in the museum, to make it look all nice and pretty and organized. But I have not been doing that this time. I think I'm just going to donate everything and then rearrange it all. I don't know. I might change my mind. I might just get on next stream and rearrange it all then. I don't know. I found a picture of what the museum looks like in vanilla Stardew. I don't have a picture of how everything is laid out and organized for expanded. I almost always forget about that trash can. But the last 3 times that I have done anything with that trash can, it just gives me bait or nothing. And then I don't think I've gotten anything good besides a grape starter from the Blue Moon Vineyard in a while. Oh, and I finally got to level 8 fishing, so this is Willie telling me about the king salmon, which then I don't go try to get. Almost any time I check his garbage can, it's nothing or a Joja Cola. Which, I mean, I guess it's a good supply of the Joja Cola, because then there's 2 people that I can give it to as a gift. But and then with Victor's birthday being tomorrow and it's gonna be green rain, he's gonna be too freaked out for me to give him anything anyway. So I'm just gonna skip his birthday, and I'm gonna give that Star Drop tea that I got to Willie for his birthday. That's what my mouse circling of the calendar was for. That way I could remember what I wanted to do. And of course, Marnie's not working right now, I would think. Oh yeah, my barn should be done, so I was gonna get a cow. But of course she's taking the day off. And then I just remember being excited that the next day was gonna be uh green rain. So I don't remember if this ends up being an early day or not. But I do know that it's not gonna be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It could be, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Once I figure out how I'm gonna organize everything. I think this is the beginnings of some sort of slight organization. Yeah, I took those out, just put them right back in. What's funny is the Star Drop tea is loved by everyone, but it's not worth it, like anything at all. Pet the pupper. See, that one I understand. But, I mean, how many people actually go out and pet chickens? That's just weird. Oh, is this more getting rid of rocks? Might be. I already got rid of all the ones that were in there. Tender is grumpy. That's just too bad. Yeah. I don't know why I don't have my axe, but just gonna clear cut some rocks and weeds. Eventually, my fish pond is gonna move down into this area, and I'm gonna have like at least maybe 4 or 5 more. Maybe a couple more sheds. I know with Grandpa's shed, it ends up being quite a large area. Decided to leave that owl statue there, at least for a little while. I keep checking on those, but it's not very often that I remember to check on them, and there's almost nothing in there usually. I may end up moving that dehydrator because it's not actually doing a whole heck of a lot right now, and I could be dehydrating a bunch of other stuff that would probably yield me better profits. But right now, I kind of like it where it's at. I don't remember what checking about the ore was for. Oh, to make a furnace because I needed to make some lightning rods. Semi early night. I got distracted by my own hand. I thought that was the hand that told me that I still needed to pet the dog. But then I went to go pet the dog, and I realized that that was my hand. Getting my tools ready so that I can chop down a bunch of trees. I guess I decided my scythe was better than my sword. Oh, because I needed to um, harvest the crops too. And then this is almost all of what this day was. Oh, I check the animals need water mod to see if I could just disable it before I end up uh, scrapping it all together. But that one, apparently there's watering systems in the deluxe coupe, so I did want to see that before I completely scrap the mod, because if I just have to put up with it until I get the deluxe barns and coops, and then there's a watering system in there, and then I don't have to worry about it, that would be fine. I don't know why I added that as a task, because you get 6 of them from one tree, and all I need is 6, and I knew I was going to be chopping down every tree I saw. So there really was no point to add that task. But yep, this is the entirety of summer 23. I didn't bother going into the west side of Cindersap because the YouTuber that I watch, she had gone that way during the green rain, and there were no fiddlehead fern trees. It was almost all just weeds. And I mean, yeah, the fiber and the moss is great, but I wanted fiddlehead ferns because the only other place I know that you can get them from, besides the mines on very rare levels, um, is Ginger Island, and I'm nowhere near getting there. And I need one. Well, I need 6 of them for the community center, so then I can even, because you can't even get to Ginger Island until you finish the community center. So I I end up with almost 200 by the end of this day. I don't know what else you need them for. Besides, I know there's one recipe that calls for at least one. I started chopping down regular trees once I realized that the regular trees can give you the mystic seeds too, or mossy seeds. Um, Still didn't get very many though. I think I only got like 3. No, maybe. I think that's a that might be a 3. I don't know. I can't tell, but I didn't get very many at all. And then end up passing out right there. That's the end of my green rain day. And I forgot to water the darn chickens. But there's one of the poppies that I need for the chef's bundle. So that's good. And then just start putting everything away. Oh, I guess I don't need a poppy. Maybe that was my other farm I needed a poppy. I don't remember. I also don't remember if I kept them or not. And then still only semi-organized. Doesn't really make sense, but get the free XP. Oh yeah, it's Willie's birthday. Oh, go check on the animals, then get ready for birthday. Speaking of birthdays, when I use the formula that I have linked or it will be linked in the description, the formula I used to calculate my own birthday into Stardew, um, it ends up being the same day as George. I don't remember the formula off the top of my head, but I I did save the link to the I can't remember if it was a discussion on Reddit or if it was a discussion on the Steam page for Stardew Valley, but somebody had posted a formula they used to calculate their birthday in the game. So I used that to determine that my birthday would be fall 24. And I felt like 4.5 hour streams were a little much. So instead of cutting the weeks or cutting the seasons into just 2 week intervals, I think starting with the next stream, we're going to cut them into roughly 9 days. Um, I don't think it works out quite even. No, wait. Yeah, no, it's 7 times 4, that's 28. So yeah, it's not quite so even, but we'll do like the next one will be fall 1 through 9, and then um maybe 10 through 19, and then that would leave 8 days left. So the third stream for fall would be a little bit shorter, just like a day shorter, I think. Um, but that shouldn't be too bad, like time wise. And that's like a tentative schedule. Oh yeah, this is where I named my cow. The only thing that popped into my head when I first got the cow, I couldn't think of any other. Um, I couldn't think of any other like beef pun or anything, so I just named my cow Ribeye, which Marnie is all too happy to take that name and be like, okay, well, I sent them to your farm. Um, which is funny. On my Funsies farm, I got a duck, and the cuts of a duck are basically the same as for a chicken, so I just named it Ducky. I couldn't think of anything else that would be like funny. I think on one of my other farms, I have a duck named Quackers. And then that got me pretty good friendship. I still have not decided uh, for certain which of the bachelors or bachelorettes we will be romancing for this stream. I've really only ever married an NPC one time, and it was Sebastian on my very first farm on my Switch. Um, so I'm thinking we'll go with somebody else. I haven't 100% decided. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Shane. That way I can get blue chickens faster. Um, that and we're already at 3 hearts with him, and I'm not very high on the friendship with any of the others yet. But you never know. I might change my mind. Um, Sometimes if the NPCs run into me while I'm walking, I'll talk to them. Other times I'll just leave them alone. I thought I needed in Robins for something, but I don't think I did. I mean, obviously I must have thought against it because I didn't go inside. And then I'm heading up to the mines because that's where my furnace is. And I need to turn this quartz into refined quartz so I can make lightning rods. And I'm so tired of finding those lost books. I don't know how many there are, but I will be very excited once there are no more. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I just cut out the whole part where I was stood there for over a game hour because I was just gonna stand there and wait for all of the quartz to smelt. Then I realized that was stupid, so I'm gonna 5 times speed, just do a little mines run while I wait for my uh, quartz to refine. Um, can't remember what level we make it to, but make it pretty far. Um, I don't know if anybody would have noticed, but there was a stretch of like 3 floors where there was freebie ladders on each one, so we essentially skipped 3 floors in like not even 30 seconds of real life time. I know at 5 times speed, it's probably only like 2 seconds, but it's a pretty good luck day, so we're finding ladders pretty quickly. Fighting monsters, working on some Monster Slayer goals. I hit all those rocks before realizing there was a freebie, and then I died on floor 89. So close to floor 90. But I didn't lose anything super expensive or anything that I had to worry about too much. So I just take my refined quartz and go home after I figure out what I'm leaving in the mines and what I'm taking home with me. One more inventory space is what's going to get it. Oh, clay, yay. Yeah, I'm not going to stand there and wait for that refined quartz to come on through. I'm just going to take my bleeding butt home. Got another weapon I probably won't use, but I decided I can make all of those lightning rods there already. That way all I have to do is place them once I get home. And I try to always remember to hit this garbage can when I'm coming back home from the mines this way. Otherwise, I don't really ever remember that these 2 garbage cans are up here. And then I just completely pass by the one that's at Robin's that was in that corner right next to Maru's door. I keep forgetting that that one's there. Then again, to go from 8 trash cans to 22 that you have to go check on, it's a bit time consuming. And then I decided to go haphazard with the lightning rods and just put them wherever the heck I felt like. Um, I do end up changing that at some point in the future because I don't usually like haphazard. I prefer things to be neat and organized, which, I mean, wouldn't be able to tell based off of my chest organization here. But, oh, I must have bought a milk pail. Oh, yeah, I bought it when I bought the cow. Trying to figure out why I'm carrying it around with me. Oh, I didn't realize that one of each of the things that you can break open. Well, there's not an artifact trove there, but one of each of the other things. Yep, it's getting late and I'm bleeding profusely, but I gotta go check on my cow. See, I think this is cut in half because there's usually like a trough here for the hay, but with the immersive barns and coops, um, this is what they look like. So I can put water in each of these, which is cool because then the chickens is there's only one, but then like the cows get one each. It's kind of funny, and I like the little troughs with the hay. It's just so much cuter. Um, I did, however, run into a bit of a problem when I upgraded my coop on my Just for Fun farm. I upgraded the coop and it's supposed to have an incubator. And Robin told me there was an incubator. Um, but it's all glitched out and weird. So I can't find the incubator. Like I have no idea where it is. And the the little dispenser for the hay is out of reach, like on the wall. So I can't get it. I have to go outside to my chest and take hay out of my silo through the automate mod in the chest. Um, oh, and this is when I realized that I have no idea when the last time I checked the TV for the Queen of Sauce was. Um, so I was checking to make sure that there wasn't like an option that I didn't turn on in order to see when it's there. Um, I still am not 100% sure what is going on with that. It has to just be that the recipes are ones that I already know, but I don't really understand how because it's still year one, and I thought that the Queen of Sauce recipes couldn't be learned anywhere else. Um, but earlier on in the video, I noticed on the last Sunday that the little sprite up in this area here didn't show up. So still not 100% sure, but I don't think I missed any recipes. Not like it's super detrimental. I mean, I'm not going to get perfection in the first year, so I'm not entirely worried about it. I'm sure that I could get perfection in the first year, but I usually don't, and I don't do all of the stuff that usually helps that be possible. Like, I'm not talking to everybody every day. I'm not giving like 5 people gifts every single day to maximize the friendship. I'm not going out of my way to make sure I get everything for the community center. So like I'm going as fast as I ever have before, but I'm not like trying to speed run it. After getting the garbage hat, checking the garbage cans is just anticlimactic. My save on the Switch, I think I have like 4 garbage hats, and I put one in my fish tank on a sea urchin. It was pretty funny. And there's the wine I need to finish the brewer's bundle. Now, if only I could get one of those on my other farm, because I need one. But I also need like all of the crops too, because it's winter and I haven't grown anything. So I haven't, the only time I've been able to get the different seasons crops is from the traveling trader. And it is not that easy. Oh, I think this ends up being another mines day. Trying to decide between energy tonic and the sports drink, and the sports drink heals health and stamina instead of just stamina. So, well, and the energy tonic heals more energy than what I currently have in my bar. So I just felt like that wasn't a smart use of my money. So I went with the cheaper option that healed both instead of just one. And then I'm pretty sure we're going to go take this bottle of wine to the community center before I accidentally do something stupid with it. Because that sounds like something I would do. Something stupid. One step closer to the greenhouse. Speaking of something stupid, I am about to do something stupid with that keg. I really hope there's some kind of sound coming through and it's not just me talking. Because my headphones won't tell me if anything else is playing. And I don't want to put the sound through my monitor speaker because then I don't want the mic to pick it up and then hear echoing and me talking. 2 mystery boxes. I find it hilarious that you can find mystery boxes inside of a mystery box. I can't remember which farm it was on, but I opened one and like I think there's 3 more inside of it. They didn't have anything good, but they were there. I try to only keep 1 or 2 slots of food in my inventory when I go down into the mines. That way, it's not taking up all my inventory space to just have a bunch of consumables. Okay, we died on floor 89 the last time, so let's see how far we make it today. And honestly, I'm finding out with you guys, I don't remember exactly how far down I made it. At least not this day. I know overall through the rest of this video, I know how far down we make it. But I don't remember if that was this day or not. I can't remember if there's another minefield day. And I can't remember right now if the Skull Caverns run I did is on my other farm or if it was on this farm. I think it was on the other one because I think I had a Galaxy Sword in that one. And I have not even repaired the bus on this farm yet, so it could not have been this one. And that cold cart did not want to give me my coal. It was being annoying. So when I started panicking because I'm on floor 94 and it's starting to get late and I'm not finding a ladder from a rock or anything, and I finally found it. So close to floor 100. I kept that I don't remember what it's called, but I kept that other sword because it looked like it would do the same-ish damage. It's not as fast though. Try to use some strategic bombs. See, now it's getting late. I just want to find the next one. If I had the recipe, well, I think I have the recipe for staircases, but I do not have. Oh, I slowed down the speed on purpose there. We made it to floor 100. Just in time to try to make it back home. After I figure out all the stuff that I'm taking with me. Because I still have not upgraded my backpack fully. I will at some point, not in this video, but I know that I will at some point. I don't think I've gotten the 40 grand from helping with a certain number of things from the museum yet, so I'm waiting for that. That'll be a good day. We'll get a bunch of stuff taken care of at that point. Sure taking a while to figure out what I want to take home with me. Jeez. Hurry up, me. And then I'm pretty sure, like, I know I'm not going to make it home, but I at least pretend to try. And then, like, I know I'm not going to make it home anyway, so I definitely check both garbage cans. On the off chance that one of them has something good. And it didn't. So we just go and we make it to there. And then I picked geologist for this profession because I thought that getting a second gem from gem nodes would be a lot more beneficial in the long run than just getting one more piece of ore per vein. I may change my mind about that later, especially once I need a lot of different types of ore. And especially once I get crystallariums and I start reproducing my own gems, then I won't need the gemologist. And that's where I do something dumb with the keg. I kept all of those veggies in that chest because I wanted to use them with a seed maker. And then I decided to put the keg down. So I'm going to take out the stuff that I don't want potentially turned into wine yet. At some point, it didn't look like I did just then. But I know that I do. Because, like, I don't want my ancient fruit turned into wine just yet. And I didn't want... I hope I moved my fillhead ferns, because I didn't really want them messed with yet. It was going to take a while for whatever just went into that keg to be turned into something. Batteries! Oh, this is when I get really excited. And then I do something kind of dumb here, too. But that seems to be a lot of this stream, or this video. I just do a lot of dumb stuff. But I need money. So, for those who may not have already figured it out, I keep one battery to immediately take to the community center. But then the other 5 batteries I sold because I wanted money and I don't currently need them. Like, I have to upgrade my pickaxe at least 2 more times before I can get to the area for Grandpa's shed. And then once I go inside Grandpa's shed, then is when I get the quest to restore it. And I am nowhere near upgrading my pickaxe 2 more times yet. So I did a dumb because it's the end of summer and I don't think there was another thunderstorm for the rest of the year. So these are the only batteries I'm getting until I get a solar panel. So, yeah, I did it dumb. And this is when I check on all this different stuff to see if there's anything I needed. And then I decided to buy that melon to finish that quest for Demetrius to get that money from him. Otherwise, there was not really anything else that I needed in the traveling cart today. Oh yeah, gotta check those trash cans because there might be a large milk in there. I know that the bulletin board thing, or whatever the animal bundle or home chef bundle or whatever it is, I know that it says any milk, but I already had large milk. Honestly, I think I ended up selling those 2 little milks, and I should have kept them because now I have a cow. And the first few times I milk it, it's going to be small milk. So it would just be easier if I had the small milk to keep for the bundle instead of the large. But that's me thinking now and not me thinking when I recorded this. Pondering, pondering, sell it. Because it's pondering, pondering, dum dum. See, I only have 3 and I think I need 10. It's going to take a while before Ribeye is able to give me large milks. Um, so I'm either going to have to hope that I get 10 small ones, or maybe because it says any milk, I could use any. Like, I could mix and match. And if that's the case, I really did it dumb just then, because then I could have used that. But now the minecarts will be fixed tomorrow. And with the extra minecarts mod that I have downloaded, I'm sure you've all noticed that there are minecarts literally like everywhere. There's one next to the mailbox. There's one behind the community center. It just adds extra minecarts around, so it's easier to get to. Like, there's a minecart that goes to the desert once I can finish the vault. Um, there's one, like, it goes to Aurora Vineyards. It goes to um, a lot of places, and it's not just the vanilla minecarts. You'll be able to see that a little bit more tomorrow, once I start using the minecarts, you can see the places that I have unlocked so far. It's 2 pages worth. So instead of just the bus stop, town, and the mines, those are the 3 I can think of right now. Because those are usually the only 3 that I have. But then there's, once you unlock the quarry, and then, why do I feel like there's one more that you have to unlock somewhere? Either way, aside from the vanilla ones, then it adds a whole bunch of other ones. But it doesn't have one that goes to the beach, and it's kind of annoying. Kind of gotta pick and choose which ones you gotta worry about. But here's the melon you asked for, Demetrius. I got it to you a lot sooner in this save. On my first farm on the Switch, I don't think I gave him his melon until it was like year 5. He asked for it in the beginning of summer, year 1. Oh yeah, that was checking to see what I need for another fish pond, because I still did not realize how to change it yet. I think I figured it out. I'll try that. I'll try it out on either next stream or on my other farm. Because my other farm, I kind of did the same thing. I put an eel in one of the fish ponds that I needed for um, the night fishing bundle, and I don't know how to clear it, so I just left them in there. Oh yeah, I did not like the way that the barn and coop were set, so I switched them. And then I played around with trying to see if the silo fit in between them, and I didn't like that, so I ended up putting it back. I like that you don't have to take several days to move things around. I'm glad it's just like instant. Pick up the whole building and then put it somewhere else. And then, yeah, I thought painting was how to change the design of the fish pond, and I just remembered how to do that. So we will do that next stream too, because I wanted to change the way it looked. I'm also going to make it a goal to do the aquaponics pond, because that's another way I can plant crops and keep them constantly watered, so I don't have to worry about it. It just adds more space, and it helps fish ponds be a little more productive, because I mean, right now they're mostly just decorative, and you can get something from them every once in a while that may or may not be decent. I'll head it up there just to check the garbage cans. I don't usually get the chance to do that very often. Well, I don't usually take the opportunity to do that very often. Okay, 2 in the afternoon on a Friday. Honestly, I don't remember what my character's about to do here. Looks like I'm going towards the mines. Oh, I was going towards that artifact spot, but I realized I didn't have my hoe. I'm doing okay, I thought I was gonna go in the mines. Like if I'm gonna do a mines run, I'm not really doing that great on preparation. I don't remember what today's gonna end up being. Oh no, the decal's coming off my cup. Ew, my cup is sticky. Why is my cup sticky? Oh, because my drink spilled out of it last night. Okay. I brought it spilled down the side because apparently this lid is supposed to have a little rubber seal and it got removed and I don't know where it went. So I ended up spilling Kool-Aid all down the front of my shirt yesterday. Really glad my shirt was a dark color and not a light color because it was grape Kool-Aid. I had a bunch of seaweed. I don't think I ever took Elliot a piece of seaweed. I accepted that quest and everything, and I don't think I took him any. And then I bought the first 15 out of 100 wheat flour I need. Because I'm still really, really smart with my money. Instead of waiting to upgrade my backpack and have more storage space, I'm just doing stuff. Oh, I did not. Oh, no, I did see Alex there. Okay, and I decided to go do those trash cans later. I actually saw him for once. I usually don't see him. What did I forget? Oh, I forgot those trash cans. Fine, if I can't get those two, I'll get these two. And then I don't set foot inside Joja, but they do have a hidden garbage can. And I do let myself get in there every once in a while. It's mostly tree seeds and Joja Cola, but you never know. Sometimes you find something good. Like, I don't know why Clint's throwing away an entire copper bar, but yeah, I'll take it. I watched a cutscene where I saw Marlin going down into the sewers, but I couldn't follow him. And I don't think I get introduced to Krobus through him until I have, I don't know, I don't think it's 2 hearts, I think it's 3. I think I get at least 3 hearts with him before he will introduce me to Krobus. I forgot I already got those garbage cans today. Really only realized it after I saw that the traveling merchant thing is not up in this corner, so that means I already went there. And I would have already got the garbage cans while I was there. Stood there for a second trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Decided to put some stuff away. I don't remember what I decided to do with that. I guess we'll find out. I took the mushrooms out of there because I had already donated everything I needed for that bundle, so that bundle was done. This is where I got the stuff I didn't want messed with out of there, and I put it somewhere else. it safe for now. Oh, now I'm gonna make a recycling machine. Probably make multiple, but I think I just make one. I made two. I don't remember why I made two, but where am I gonna put this? Oh yeah, I do a little setup right here, and then I remember, well, that's not something I actually wanted to do, and then I'm gonna end up changing it. Because I am indecisive and sometimes dumb. Typically, my green chest is only seeds and fertilizers, but looks like I have other stuff in there too. Yeah, fix the minecarts, yay! I find it funny that it's always that one that they will go and dance around, and then they're all just magically fixed. Okay, second to last day of the season. Demetrius taught me how to learn fried mushroom, or taught me how to make fried mushroom, taught me how to learn. I had to be taught how to learn. It's probably the last harvest of corn for the summer, and then it'll be fall corn. Do believe that is the last blueberries I will get. Hey, another quality. I think that only brings us up to 3 though, but that means that probably next stream we will end up getting hopefully 2 more, and then we'll finish that. We won't finish that one. We'll have at least those ones. I did not plant enough peppers to end up with 5 quality ones of those. Maybe I should learn how to use fertilizers. Like, I mean, I know how, but I need to actually make myself use fertilizers. You'll end up with better quality stuff. Okay, I just keep chugging my drink. I should probably put it over there and not hold it in my hand. Oh, I was like, what am I doing? I forgot I was going to make a worm bin. Yeah, I made a treasure bobber before I realized that my bobbers, my fishing rod will not accept bobbers. I need to get the next fishing rod to do that. But past me has not learned that yet. So that bobber's just going to sit there for a little while. But hey, at least I'm one recipe closer to crafting all of the recipes. And that's where I learn it. So it's just going to go live in that chest for a little while. And now I decided that I did not like where I had those, and I'm going to put them where I always, well, typically put them. I'm going to put them up here because with the automate mod, I can put a worm bin down and connect it to a chest, and the worm bin every single day will make worms and put them in the chest, and then the chest will feed the worms into the crab pots, and then the crab pots will put the fish and any trash they collect into the chest, and then the recycling bins turn the um, trash into stuff. So it's a constant cycle that I don't have to babysit. This is also where, okay, so never mind, I will get these batteries, and these will be the last batteries I get until probably next summer. Hopefully, I keep them. I don't remember if I keep them or if I sell them. And then I put them there and then realize that they're just going to feed batteries into the crop slash forageables chest, and staring at it for a little while to figure out if that's actually where I want to keep them or if I want to move them. And right now, I'm just going to keep them there because they're not going to produce anything right now anyway. And I will end up moving them again at some point later. I was going to head down to Cindersap for something. Then I decided to check on my animals. I need to get a mayonnaise machine in here to automate turning the eggs into something more useful. Now I have an odd number of chickens, so I have to come deal with the hay every single day. Too early for the milk pail. And I don't know what level farming you have to be before Marnie will carry an auto grabber, but I cannot wait to get auto grabbers. I will be buying 4 of them immediately because I'm very sure I'm going to have at least another coop and another barn. Um, on my Switch save, I had a coop and a barn for every type of animal, and it got to be way too much to deal with and way too much to try to feed. So I knocked it down to, I think, 2 coops and 2 barns. One coop had egg laying animals, and then the other coop had rabbits. I think it was rabbits and dinosaurs, actually. I mean, because I know dinosaurs lay eggs too, but I wanted to keep it like a 2 and 2 species situation. And then I had 2 barns. One was for milk producers, and the other one was for ostriches and sheep. Like I had normal coops and normal barns, and then I had a weird coop and a weird barn. I mean, bunnies aren't really that weird, but yeah, I did not see Evelyn there. She's almost never there, so it really annoyed me that she saw me digging in Olivia's trash can. I don't remember what that was about. Oh, and here we're going to speed up again a little bit. So I decided to go fishing because I needed a couple of the fish that were up here. I was also trying to see if I could get the legendary fish that's added for this area. But I guess I'm not high enough level because I don't even see it in the water, and you'd still be able to see it. There's only like one of them swimming around somewhere, and I don't see it swimming around anywhere. So I don't think I'm a high enough level to get that one just yet. Um, and then I got the crimson fish already, and that's Summer's um, legendary. So we're good on legendaries for the rest of at least this video. I don't know what season the legendary that is in this area is for. I will have to take a look at it next time I get on the game. But we're really close to level 10, and then we can go after Fall's legendary fish. And that's kind of where I think that the skip fishing minigame mod could be considered a cheat, because I don't know if I've hooked the legendary until after I reel it in. So it was a surprise when I caught the, well, it was a surprise when I caught the crimson fish because I wasn't trying to, but I forgot that that was a possibility with the mod. I guess on this farm I haven't bought the recipe for the fish smoker yet, because that would have been a lot of money again if I was able to smoke them before selling them. close the coop door so that I get a little bit more friendship. I don't know how much it adds, but that's another reason I like the automate mod. I can put that chest there and I can put anything I want in it. But then if I change my mind, I can take it right back out before clicky 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 on the moon. I can get it back out before it actually goes in there and I lose it forever. So it gives you just a little bit more time to think about what you're putting in there before you just start clicking. And then if you misclick, it's not gone, it's still there. Learn how to make bread. Maybe next stream we'll try to upgrade the house. We're halfway through the year and the house is still at level 1. The last of some of those crops. Probably most of them, actually. Alright. This is the last day. And then we'll call it for today, and then we'll do another stream again some other time. I don't entirely remember what I end up doing here. And I did slightly speed up the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies because it takes forever. It is so slow, it's just not even funny. And I'm starting to think that that one different looking green jellyfish, I'm starting to think that that's not a rare one because I have seen it every single summer on almost all of my farms, and I bought the rare seed now. I don't know if anyone's noticed. I've almost bought it several times, but I bought it now, so then day 1 of fall I can plant it, and then it'll be ready to go by the end of fall. I think is that one that takes all season? I can't remember. It might be, but either way, I bought it now, so then I can plant it, so then I can go take it to the secret woods once I upgrade my axe one more time. Because I don't think you can chair hop into the secret woods anymore. Even on the Switch, I only did it like twice. Otherwise, I waited until my axe was upgraded enough that then I could get in there legitimately. I give him the Joja Cola I found in his trash. I think you threw this out on accident. I really don't remember what I end up doing. I do know that whatever I end up doing for the rest of the day, I then have to scramble to the beach to get there in time for the festival. And I almost thought I missed it. On my other farm, I did miss it. I started doing things, and I got distracted, and it was like almost midnight before I made my way down to the beach, and the the chance to have the festival start was over, so I just missed it that year, which is fine. I don't think that's a festival that gives you any friendship with anybody. And when it comes time for the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, I did edit out the entire 2 minutes that was just me wandering around talking to everybody. I felt like that wasn't super important to keep in there. Soggy newspaper, but you've been giving me bars of metal. Whatever I end up doing for the rest of this day, I'm off to a slow start. I clearly don't go to Skull Caverns because I have not unlocked the bus stop yet. I have to remember that because on my other farm I did unlock the bus stop. And so I was able to go to Skull Caverns, which the desert is huge and expanded, and there's not really anything in there. It's just a wide expanse of desert. And things got rearranged, so now things that used to be in the bottom of the map are now on the top, and things that were on the top are now on the bottom. And I guess it works out fine for people who like to turn the desert into a tree farm or their own little keg area. Because that space is absolutely massive now, so you can put a lot more stuff there. Which then I like that no matter what you put up there, then when it's time to do the desert festival, your stuff is still safe. It's like they uproot everything for a day and then they put it all back. They're kind that way. They don't just destroy all your stuff. Thought I edited all of the different parts out, but I guess this is another part where I was answering a text message and I forgot to edit that pause out. When I'm streaming or I know that I'm live, I try to minimize the amount of time when I get distracted by things. But when I'm recording gameplay, I, I'll just answer text messages or I'll pause for a little bit, get something to eat, stuff like that, because then I know I can just edit it back out. And really, right now, that's the only thing I know how to do, is I just know how to edit out large chunks of time and speed things up. I am very, very new when it comes to any kind of editing. And it's about a headache and a half. It's pretty annoying. That's why most of the time, if I end up recording a video, it or if I go live on Twitch, then when I upload, if I go live on Twitch, I'll just upload the full VOD to YouTube instead of trying to edit it because I don't understand editing. It's something I kind of want to learn, but I just haven't yet. Okay, looks like we're gonna go mining for the rest of the day. Try to get to the bottom before. Oh, I did do a little bit of fishing up here, and I don't think I am high enough level to get the lava eel just yet. Because everything I caught here was trash. I didn't catch anything useful. And I had to check and make sure that I could catch other stuff because I wasn't, and it was annoying me. Although I did get the 2 driftwood I still needed to make my halibut happy. And then I gave up and just started to actually mine things. And I honestly don't remember how far I made it before 10 o'clock when the festival started. Because it's a good luck day, and I was not finding a ladder for a while. And I got rid of that dwarf scroll because I already had one of those ones. And when you sell them, they're not worth very much at all anyway. Oh yeah, that's right. When you do the gemologist, it counts geodes as gems, so then you get 2 of those. Uh, most of the time too. Not all the time, but most of the time. Hey, leveled up in combat. Okay, yeah, I made it to 107. Realized it was gonna take too long to find a ladder, and then just went to the festival. So yeah, I was annoyed that that's like the closest I could get. I don't know why there's not an integrated minecart at the beach. There's definitely a spot for one. There's a lot of spots for one. You just put it in the tree line. Yeah, that time skip, I edited out all the talking to everybody I did. And then I sped up the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. And then I think I cut it off after that. I don't remember if I let it go back to when I went to bed. But then that's the end of the video. I know this was really peculiar and not the normal way to do a stream, but there was a lot of good content here. Getting the trash can hat, finishing the boiler room, finishing up a few other bundles, um, making it to the bottom of the mines, getting the first star drop. There's a lot of stuff here that I didn't really necessarily like. This is not 5 times speed. This is just double speed. Um, but there's a lot of content here I didn't want to completely skip over and get rid of. It's a whole 2 game weeks. Like, I didn't want to get rid of it. So this is a peculiar way to do a stream. Probably won't do this again. If I'm gonna end up recording 4 hours of gameplay at nighttime, like my kids are asleep, there's no reason that I can't just hop on the actual, uh, like hop on an actual live stream and interact with everybody in real time and actually play the game. Um, so I will try to refrain from doing it this way in the future. But that is what we have for today. I am not going to commit to anything. Um, like I'm not gonna say that I definitely will be on a stream again in the next couple of days, but chances are pretty high. Um, there's conferences the next few days for my kids' school, so my days are pretty busy for probably until like Thursday. But my nights are usually pretty empty, so I'm not saying that I will stream tomorrow night, but there's a very high likelihood. If I decide to, I will try to do a community post to let everybody know. Otherwise, um, Nah, there's not really an otherwise. I'll just try to remember to do a community post. Um, I guess we're taking things to the mines to offload it. Honestly, I don't even know what's happening here. I thought I ended this. I thought I ended the whole recording, but now I'm apparently reorganizing after midnight, and it's really close to going to bedtime. But that's the great thing about the integrated mine carts, because I can just go straight to the farm, put things away, and hope to make it back to my bed in time. Okay. But the next stream, whenever it ends up being, since I don't have a set schedule yet, um, it will be the start of fall. And I'm definitely going to do 9 days. I don't know if I'm going to do the full 2 weeks. We'll just have to wait and see um, how tired I end up being and how long I want to actually stream for, because even going to bed early a few nights, this um, entire recording ended up being 4.5 hours long. And I like to do somewhere between 3.5 to 4 hours. So if I could cut out a whole hour by just doing a shorter amount of days, I'm going to try that first, see how we go from there. So, oh, and I think I picked, yeah, I picked fighter for this one because I wanted my attacks to do more damage. All right, and that is the end of summer year 1. Next stream will start fall of year 1, and I will see you guys next time. Yeah, still not comfortable doing the shameless plug. Like it if you want to, you don't have to. Have a good night. I gotta actually end this.